Hello and welcome to finals round 2 of the 2025 AFL season. Unfortunately, my Crows are knocked out. That was the first time that someone has been minor premiers and got knocked out in straight sets for quite some time. Very disappointing to see, but anyway, hopefully they'll be better next year. Not a very long video today, but in this first clip you can see that a free kick is paid to the Brisbane Lions and the umpire waits to blow his whistle to say whether he has to bring it back or play on advantage. Brisbane Lions clearly have advantage, and for some reason the umpire decides right at the last minute when Bailey's got it and there's no one around him to call it back and say that there's been no advantage. I feel like you've got to let this one go. I'm sure both Bailey and the Brisbane Lions fans were pretty upset with this call here from the umpire, but anyway, let's move on. How was this goal here from the little wizard? You can see that he gets the ball and he's running towards the boundary and he takes a shot on the right boot, and for this to go through, that is a incredibly hard kick, and you can see him just turn to the crowd and I think he says, "Now what? Now what?" That's probably goal of the week and possibly even goal of the final series so far. That's a very incredibly hard kick to do and he's just absolutely nailed it. Charlie Cameron had a night to forget. As you can see, he's had a couple chances at this. Big O takes the decision and try and take the shot at goal. He doesn't get it. It's smothered. It comes down to Charlie. He has a shot at goal and he kicks it straight into the post. You can see he puts his hands up like, oh my god, who put that post there? The old crow throw was back on the weekend, and some of them a little bit more obvious than others. This one, how do you not pay a free kick for this? The Crows had to bring this sort of pressure for pretty much the whole game, and unfortunately it came out of two guys who aren't as big notable players at Crows, of Keys and Pedlar. You can see Hawks had multiple chances to get this over the line. They didn't. Keys keeps it in, and then Pedlar takes a very nice tackle. You can see he's allowing that one arm free for Jaff to kick the ball or dispose of it. He doesn't. Gets paid for holding the ball, and Pedlar goes back and kicks a goal. Would have been great to see a lot of the other players from Crows to bring this sort of pressure and this attitude towards the game. How's this mark from Ty Gallop? It actually looks like he's fumbled this ball, but he's somehow able to grab it. The ball's knocked out later, but the umpire's paid a mark. This was a clumsy mark, but in the end, it counts. Now, I was late to watching the Crows game. I had other stuff on, and when I was able to sit down and have a look at the scores, there's only been 3 minutes played, and the Hawks have kicked 3 goals already. The first goal they kicked within seconds of the opening bounce, and I had to go back and watch it because I was thinking, what the heck just happened? How are they 3 goals down already? And Jai Newcomb was just absolutely elite in the first half. He just tore the Crows to absolute pieces. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to bring this sort of pressure again. And hopefully he does, because his first half was absolutely elite. I reckon this play here from the Lions was possibly goal of the year contender. I know it doesn't count because of finals. Unfortunately, Ashcroft also only kicks it behind. But you can see this kick here from Charlie just hits Ashcroft lace out as he's running towards goal. While Charlie didn't have a great night in front of the sticks, this pass here is absolutely elite, and hopefully he brings more of this next week. Peatling has done this all year, and I'm surprised the umpires haven't picked up on it. If this was Ginnivan, no doubt he wouldn't be paid a free kick for high here. He does it every time where he just drops his knees right at the last minute and gets paid a free kick. Either way, you can see Sicily here just absolutely hates the call, and he is absolutely furious. Look at him. Even his teammate in Meek comes over to tell him to calm down, and he tells him to bugger off. He is just absolutely livid. Now, this is the last clip, and I would absolutely love your input on something like this. Do you think the umpire's got this one right? I think it could have gone either way. I feel like the umpire might have been able to bring this ball back, but in that sense, it does look like Weddle tries to fend off or try to play on to take the advantage. But yeah, it's 50-50, but in the end, I think this is the right call. but let me know below, what do you think? Anyway, let's hope for a very good semi-final round. I think it is. There's going to be some absolute ripper games. Hawks versus Geelong. Who could have scripted that any better but the AFL? And then the Hawks and the Lions. This is going to be an excellent week of footy. Hopefully some really awesome games. See you next week.